Hey everybody, it's Hannah the Doodlebug and happy Tuesday. So today on our What's New Live at the Doodlebug, we have 2.5 great orders to show you today. So we got in Tailored Expressions yesterday, got it all checked in, ready to go. And then we also got in a order from our distributor that has some simple stories in it. So we were actually able to restock some of the Life in Bloom embellishments in this order. So can't wait to show you those, especially if you've been waiting on some of those embellishments. We've got them pulled for you. And if you've gotten a line and you want some more embellishments to go with it, then we have those as well. And then we just got in our Olo marker order. Leslie is actually checking it in right now. We've almost got it done. So that may get online before I finish up tonight, but I'll at least show it to you at the end of the video. And then tomorrow we will check out the Olo markers. Tomorrow I'm here by myself. So hopefully I can get a chance though to do a live for you guys tomorrow and we can look at some of the Olo markers and talk a little bit about Olo versus Copic. And then one day when Leslie and I are both in here, I will just schedule a time to come on and kind of, do a little more in depth about the Olo and the Copic. And then I also need to tell you about the Advent calendars too. Excuse me. I will try and get that email out tonight or tomorrow. If you are local, we are actually closing at 5 tonight. So in our crafting community, we lost one of our crafty sisters and her funeral is tonight. So I need to go down and pay my respects to her. So I'm going to be closing the store at 5 tonight so I can make it down to where she lived and get to the funeral home before they shut down for the evening. So we are closing at 5 tonight if you are local. So that puts me out of here a little earlier than normal. So I don't know if I will get that email about the Advent done tonight, but we'll talk about it at the end just a little bit what I know. So I'm going to switch the camera around. We're going to start with Tailored Expressions. Yay. All right. So I did show you guys some sneak peeks of this order before I ordered it. And this little guy here was super, super popular. So I've got 2 in so far and they are already spoken for, but I have 2 more coming. So this little guy here is just the cutest little treat holder. And it also comes with some clear stamps. So you can also stamp the eyes and the nose on your bunny. Is that not adorable? So there is that. Oh, and the cheeks too. Cheeks are in there as well. So that is going to show you kind of the size it's going to be here. Just a cute little folded treat box. So it's not like something you're going to be able to put like K-cups in or bags of cocoa in or anything like that. But you definitely could put some lip gloss in there, some little Hershey's Kisses in there. Lots of fun little things. Smaller size could go in this guy. So I've got 2 more of those coming. This one here is called Inside Scoop Anniversary. Our wedding went so well for Honeybee, and I was glad I did have this order en route because we sold out of all of our Honeybee wedding stuff. So this one here, I'm going to flip it over so you can see some of the sizes of the sentiment. So it's a very nice size set. And again, it's called Inside Scoop Anniversary. May you continue to enjoy the days filled with laughter, months filled with joy, years of happy memories. Happy anniversary, another happy anniversary. Together is my favorite place to be. May you add many more chapters to your love story. Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. The best thing to hold onto in life is each other. Your love and commitment is truly an inspiration. So there's the inside scoop for anniversary. Here is the inside scoop for wedding. So we've got a nice congratulations in here. Right there, nice size congratulations. This one's a good size one here too. Let's look at that one. That one says, wishing you a lifetime of the greatest joy, love, and happiness. Wishing 2 wonderful people, 1 wonderful life. Wishing you joy and happiness as you embark on the journey ahead. And then a little on your wedding day. May you celebrate every day together the way you have celebrated your wedding day. May today be a day that surrounds you with love, fills your life with joy, and creates memories to last a lifetime. So that's Inside Scoop Wedding. Now, these here work together or separately, of course, but they had some of the cutest little samples of them together. So it's kind of like that little building a scene. This one here is Serene Scene Easter Edition. And we flip it over, you can see we've got little bunnies. We've got a row of flowers and tulips. We've got a little church here, some eggs. This one here has clouds, has hills, and even has some little houses in the background. And this one is Serene Scene Landscapes. And then this one here is Serene Scene Cutting Plates. So it's going to create a nice little foreground on your card, and then all of these can go behind it. You can raise them up to make like a 3D card. If you know how to do like window cards and kind of those cards that pop up, this would be a really cool one for that. I know Jennifer McGuire has some really good videos on those as well. So this is one of their new ones. This here was also part of their Easter line. This is called Easter Extras. I'm going to flip it over so you can see how nice size those sentiments are. Good size sentiments. Easter blessings. Some bunny loves you. Enjoy the blessings of spring. Hosanna in the highest. Happy Easter, and your extra special. I know one of these was special order, but we've got a couple up for grabs yet. Let's go back up here. All right, so the gnomes. So we've been adding on to the gnomes again in this release. So the past 3 releases, they have done something gnomes. In the Valentine's release, they did regular gnomes. So they did this gnome, sweet gnome die. And whenever you cut it out, it did have some little hearts and stuff. Of course, you don't have to put those in their hands, but it was released right around with their Valentine's Day release. Then when we did our St. Patrick's Day release with them, they did leprechauns dress up. We now have a sample. Thank you, Miss Stephanie Peterson. She made this most adorable sample of those little gnomes. So this is the gnome, sweet gnome, with the lucky leprechauns dress up added onto them. So here they are dressed up as leprechauns. Are they not adorable? This would be really cute too. You could do it like in black and white and make it like a little bee. It would be so adorable like that too. And of course you can mix and match all kinds of fun stuff on these little guys. You can move their hats around, whatever you want. And then we've got the gnome bunny dress up now. So that is a new one that just got added. And here we go with the gnome bunny on there. Is that not adorable? I love them. They're just so stinking cute. She did such a good job with them. Okay, so we got those. This one here is another Easter stamp set we got in. It's called Be Still. You've got 12 different stamps in there, so nice big stamp set. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Rise up and pray. In everything give thanks. Be still and know that I am God. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Great is your faithfulness, sorry. The Lord has done things for us great, and we are filled with joy. Like there's a bunch of people that just, we got they're getting boxes. I'm like, there's a bunch of ruckus going on up front. We love because he loved us first. Gosh, I can't read today. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So lots of great little sentiments on this one. And again, this one's called Be Still. They were really loud and rowdy. Oh my gosh. Be Still stamps. Yes, ma'am. You got it, Miss Diana. All right, this one here is Happy Mother's Day. So I was kind of looking ahead what our next, card making holidays are going to be. So of course we've got Easter in there, but then we've got graduation, we've got Mother's Day, and then, Father's Day is a ways yet. But those are our next couple ones. So I did get this Mother's Day stamp set in. So I'm going to flip it over so you can see the size on that one. So there's our Mother's Day stamp set. And then you can also add the outline die to it. There you go. There's the outline die. So once you stamp it, then you can cut the outline out for it. So it's called Get the Word Out, and then this one, Mother's Day, and then the Mother's Day die. Some mini strips for Happy Easter. So you've got little things like hello spring, happy Easter from all of us, Easter blessings, have a joyful day, hopping by to say hi, with love at Easter, oh for peeps sakes, you are exceptional, there's nobody like you. So there's the little mini Easter strips. Let's move down here. All right, so they actually came out with their 2024 little tear-off calendars. So we just got those in, stamp and die. Yes, Debbie, I got it for you. Thank you, ma'am. So they just came out with their 2024. I am just barely getting used to writing 2023. I'm not going to lie. Actually, the other day I was at the bank and I started to write something and I started to write a 19. I'm like, holy crap. What, sometimes your brain just has a huge bubble fart or something. But so we already got in our 2024 little mini tear off calendars. They're like $1.25 each. I think that's what they are. So we got those in for you guys. And then they did the cutest little calendar add-on. So like if you do a little desk calendar and then you can change the days, you can change the months, or you can just put one and with a little calendar, something fun for coworkers. But I also thought these would be really cool as just card sentiments too, little card blanks. So you get a set of, let's see here, 12, which makes sense because if you want to do for one for each month. But like these here are in the word to is what these are called. But the Lord is my rock, my fortress, my deliverer. We love because he loved us first. With God, all things are possible. Set your minds on things above. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Let all that you do be done with love. He restores my soul. So just good little ones I thought that would be really fun, whether you use them for cards, you use them for calendars, maybe you use them just as, you put this on somebody's seat, write a little note on the back, a little note that you stick in, for like, especially with these would be cute stuck in kids' lunch boxes. This one here is called Cheese the Day. And of course, you can color these or print it on great paper. To brie or not to brie. Sweetest dreams are made of cheese. Ricotta, lot of love. Excuse me, have you heard the good a word? There is no such thing as too much cheese. I'm ear for you. Cheese the day. Life is feta together. Oh, rats. So cute. All right, Miss Stacy, you went 10 of the 2024 calendars. Got it. Putting those aside. And let's see, Tether Expressions, Bible verses. Let's see here. I'm thinking you are meaning these right here. Diane, I think this is what you're wanting, or is it the be still? So you just tell me if you're wanting the little paper words or if you're wanting the stamp set. I got all that. Oh, and Miss Stephanie, the one that made our beautiful samples. Stephanie is on here now watching. All right, she said yes. So the paper ones, I believe, is what she's meaning. Okay, perfect. Moving on down. These were just a restock. So this one here we sold out of them last time in the Facebook Live, so they didn't even make it out of the live. So I got more in for this one. These are their little enamel dots, but they're matte. So they're not a real shiny gold, not a real shiny silver. These are matte. They're $4.29. Yep, each are $4.29. So got those back in stock for you guys. I believe this one here is a special order, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, just in case somebody wants it, because then we'll add more on the next one. This is called the Wispy Grass Border Die. Remember the last order, I just did some good fill-ins for basic shapes, like fence grass, or fences, grass, clouds, and did the same thing with some of the stencils too. All right, and then this is another one that I had posted pictures of. So they have this embossing folder here called Redeemer, and they've had it for quite a few years. It's a beautiful embossing folder. It's got kind of like a stained glass look, and then it's got this beautiful cross in the center. Okay, so this is the embossing folder, and then they added to that Redeemer line this time. So we've got Foil It for Redeemer, This is the type of foil that you're going to use through your laminator. So it's a heat activated foil. Okay, so this is, or no, sorry, it's a toner activated. I get them so confused. I'm not confused, but just what words to use with each one. So this is the one it's printed on toner. It's got a toner print, and then you're going to put the toner reactive foil on it and run it through your laminator. Okay, and then everywhere that it is black, it's going to get foiled. So this is going to be beautiful. There you can see once it is foiled. So we've got the Foil It Redeemer now added to the line. And then they added this beautiful cross. So you've got the outline of the cross and then the inset, so you can use them together or separate. And that is $20 for that cross. And then you could take that cross and put it in the center of the foil if you wanted to, or in the center of the embossing folder if you wanted to. Then one step more that they did, they also did this beautiful stencil as well. So you've got 4 stencils in here, okay? And you can layer the different colors on there, and it's going to create the beautiful stained glass look in the background. And then the cross is going to be all kind of whited out. So then you could just leave it like that, or you could add this little cross or a cross of your own into the center of that one. So this was all new that they added with their Redeemer embossing folder in mind. So again, it all started with the embossing folder. Some of you may have this in your stash because it's a few years old. And then we have added a die. We've added the Foil It sheets, and then also the stencil. Back in stock, and I know I've got a couple of you that are on order for this. This is the little pail and milk jug. This is called Antique Pails that we showed in the last one, and they all sold out in the Facebook Live last time. You get both of those for $15. And this was right around the time that Bette Manning did that sample with the Bebo bloom sticking out of it. And then Debbie Meyer was inspired by it, and she did one and posted it on the Doodlebug dish, and it was beautiful. And then she did it with the Christmas blooms as well, and it was gorgeous. And we are out of the original pails that because Bette used one from Elizabeth Crafts, and Elizabeth Crafts has been out since then. I keep checking, but since that time, Taylor came out with these awesome antique pails, so we got those in because those are just a great substitute. And then last but not least, we got in Joyful Foil It. So you've got all different kinds of Easter words in here that you can run through your laminator again with your foil, and it's going to foil all of those. Super, super fun. All right, so that is it for Tailored Expressions. So there's one order down. Next up, just a little order from the from our distributor, but we got a ton of the Doodlebug Designs letter stickers back in. So we are restocked on all the colors. In this order, we added Coral, Bonbon, Bumblebee. We've been out of Bumblebee for the last couple weeks. So Bumblebee Yellow, it's back in stock. Mint, back in stock. And I doubled up on some of these last time because they've been selling so quickly, we can't keep them in. So instead of just getting 2s, I got a little smarter and I got 4s. So the white has been, it's been a lot of requests for whites. We got the white all back in now. Red's one that we were back out of, or we were out of for a little bit. Swimming pool and lilac. So those are all back in stock. Sanding discs that go on your little wooden handle blending tools. This will fit different brands too. I know Ranger makes them, but we've gotten in some from our Canadian distributor from some different brands, and these will work on there as well. Just glue back in stocks, or Tombow Aqua Glue is back in. Lilac Alphabet, you got it, Miss Debbie. That'll be perfect for spring and Easter stuff coming up. Our 3-packs of the Tombow refills are back in stock. Red and Swimming Pool, you've got it, Miss Diane. I'm going to pull those now. Actually, those are right on top, so that works perfect. All right. And then simple story. So this is what I was really excited about, that we were able to get some of this back in. So with our Vintage Life in Bloom, they were back ordered for a little while on the solids packs. Solid packs finally came back in. Honestly, I have not checked with Simple Stories to see if they've been discontinued on their site or not. That kind of tells me if my distributor is going to get any more or not. This last time there was an order kind of in limbo. Like I checked Simple Stories and they were out. But then my distributor said they had an order coming. So I was like, fingers crossed, we would be able to get some of the order that was coming, and we did. I just don't know how long I can keep doing that though, since Simple Stories is out of so much of it. I tried to do an order the other day and just add some of this to it, paper, just packs of paper, and they are already out of the papers too. So it is almost gone. You got it, Miss Debbie. Solids for you. So we got solids in. We were able to get in chipboard stickers. I had one person waiting on those, so we have 2 that are going to make it to the shelf. The layered chipboard, I've got 3 of those available. Rub-ons, we had some people waiting on rub-ons, so after we pulled all those first, we have 2 packs of rub-ons getting ready to make it to the shelf. Chipboard frames, we've got 3 packs. I love these chipboard frames. We've got 3 packs of those that will make it to the shelf. And I'm going to show you something. So Stephanie was in today, and we were just kind of looking at this line. And so remember the Spectrum Sorbet line? I know a lot of you have that line. These colors all look great with that line. So if you did not get enough paper or embellishments or vice versa, and you have both these lines, these colors, look, they all look great together. So I think these are 2 lines that you can definitely mix and match. So, you know, what I would do is in your crafty stash, if you can find your Spectrum Sorbet, pull it out and store it close to your Vintage Life in Bloom. That way you can use them together, because if you need embellishments or just a little bit of something extra, you know, for either one, these are ones that are going to mix and match so well together. Because I even thought, well, after the lines sell down a little bit more, I may display them a little closer together in the store, because they work so well together because of the way the colors are. But see, I mean, it has kind of that same feel, same kind of vibe to it. So that may even be one too. If you love this Vintage Life in Bloom, go online and type in Spectrum Sorbet, and you can check out what we have for that line available as well. And that will give you even some more options of fun stuff that you can play with those too. So there was those there. And then Tranquility, we got back in the 6x8 pads for Tranquility. We got in another one of our little Prima molds. This is one of the new ones, and it's called Spring Abstract. I keep telling myself one day I'm going to do a little demo for you guys with the molds too. I really will. It just takes me a while. I did make, oh my gosh, so you know Mondays are my get caught up, and I work from home, and I do my office stuff on Monday. So let's see, I did the email for the Glimmer Live class, so you guys got that. I've got one just about done for the t-shirts that are going to be going out. Got my deposits, you know, all of my accounting program, all that stuff. And I actually started samples for a class too. I was on it yesterday. So super excited. So I've got a class, and I just got to find a date that I can do that class, because I need Saturday helpers. Now that Emily is back in softball season and softball mode, I lost my great little Saturday helper. So I've got to find a Saturday that I can offer that class for you guys. But look at this mold. It is beautiful. So that was called Abstract, or Spring Abstract. And then we got back in our nice big poster board size gold letters. We got in that nice and thick nonstick mat again, which is awesome. And then we had a special order for some multimedia mat. So we've got another bottle going to the shelf. So there's that. I'm going to take you guys up and show you the Olo markers. And then we're going to talk a little bit about advent calendars yet too. That way I don't keep you guys on here forever. All right, so Olo markers. Now, sadly, there were a few colors that they were out of. So I have a few holes in my display, but these will hopefully be live here in a little bit on the website. I've got to get that order, the money part checked off and received, but super excited about these. Real quick, because again, I want to do a better video just with Olos. When you pull them out, they're just a half marker, okay? I'm going to recommend that you buy them 2 at a time. I can sell you just a blank end. Here we go, a little blank end, but to me that's dumb. Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to, but I can sell you that. So maybe if you have one that you're using all the time, you may want just a single marker, but then you're going to put your blending ones together. So this one here is 2.5, and I'll probably stick it with like a 2.4. And then whenever you buy them, I'm going to give you a little connector. You're going to screw them together. Oops, I'm getting ready to lose it underneath the display. You're going to screw them together, and now you have one nice solid marker. Okay, so that's kind of the size of your markers there. And then I just dropped it, and I just dropped that one. Good gravies. I tell you what, friends. Oh my gosh, I dropped it again. Seriously? We're just going to pull a new marker out. All right, so then you can see the tips look just, oh, you can't see it because I'm not in camera. Your tips look just like your Copic ones, okay? They're pretty much made like in the same facility, I think. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you that, allowed to say that, but it is same facility as the Copic ones. So really excited about that. Good quality tips. Like I said, the next couple days we'll do a little video and I can show you those different ones that I gotta find. There's my markers. Let's pick those up before I lose them, because that would totally be what I would do. Okay, and so now let's talk a little bit about all right, so there's a nice pretty display. I'm gonna switch camera. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about advent calendars. So yesterday, Spellbinders, they do like a little Zoom meeting whenever they have a new release coming out. And I kind of had it going on in the background, and then I just turned it off, I'll be honest, because I was entering stuff in and I was having a hard time focusing and listening to that at the same time. And I just needed to get some of my work done. And then I noticed my friends started posting advent calendars. I'm like, what is going on? So I went back to check out Spellbinders, and they have already released their advent calendars for, I think they're shipping August, September. Okay. I know. And I have to turn in my numbers by the 25th of this month. I know. So, to me, that's crazy, but I get it. You know, last time they didn't order enough. We could have sold more, stores could have sold more. So it is a little frustrating, I think, on everyone's part, and probably Spellbinders as well too. But there's 2 different calendars this time. What I know about the calendars is the crafty one, I think, has 24 boxes this time, and it's going to be just like last time. So it's going to be stamps, dies, embossing folders, things like that. And then there's a stitching one, because for Spellbinders, their stitching dies really have taken off. And so they are doing a stitching one. That one only has 12 doors, but they're going to be like full size dies because they're stitching dies. So you need a little more oomph in those. So we've got 2 different advent calendars. The crafty one is 55, and the stitching one is, I think, 75. So that's your prices on those. And I got to turn my numbers in. So I will work to get an email together on those. I know some stores are taking full payment now. Some are just doing a deposit. I'm probably just going to do a deposit, but know that your deposit is a commitment, because we're not allowed to back out on our orders. Debbie, I knew you'd be excited about the stitching one. I knew it. we're not allowed to back out. And we're not allowed to add either. So I'm going to buffer it, of course, a little bit, for people that, may not be connected with the store yet and they come into the store later on and they want this awesome box. So I'm going to buffer it. But what usually happens when I buffer it is like, I'll order 10 more, 15 more, whatever. I mean, and that's a lot, to be hung with. And and what happens is two things, like the countdown calendars from Foundations Decor, they went great. I ordered like 8 more and I sold one. So I have like 7 sitting here. Whereas this, if I do like 8 more, then I have a list for 15 more. So, if you know you're gonna want one, let me know so I can get you on my list. Because like I said, they're sticklers about it. They do not let us add on after the fact because I don't know if they can't, they won't. Maybe it's too much trouble for the, oh, I need 5 more. But again, so advent calendars, if you did one last year and you loved it and you want to do it again, let me know so I can get you on my list. If you want to do both, wonderful. And I think that if we do the $20 now, that's really going to make it a little bit easier if you want to do both, because I understand doing both is kind of a good chunk. Luckily, they're not coming out right at Christmas, so that will help with your Christmas budget and things like that. But I think if we do, like a $20 deposit on each, that's $40 now. And then when they come in, not quite, if you do the crafty one, almost half of it's paid for. So that's kind of nice then too, so you don't owe as much whenever it comes in. So anyway, a little bit of, bits and pieces, teasers that I know about those advent calendars, but I got to start getting that out there. So then that way I can get my list together and then get my stuff turned in. So yes, you did. You already commented on my post and ordered the stitchy one. Awesome. You got the crafty one last year and it was really cool. So I think the one they even talked about doing something more to support it. Leslie, do you remember which one are they going to support, the stitching one or the crafty one? Which one are they doing the videos to support, the stitching one or the crafty one? Stitching. Okay, that's what I thought too. So they're even going to do some kind of videos and things like that with the stitching one, just to kind of support it a little bit more, which I think will be totally awesome. So I'm really, really excited about that as well too. So, okay, so Tailored Expressions. Our warehouse order that had lots of good restock for Simple Stories, Vintage Life in Bloom. Olo markers landed today, so we'll finish getting that checked in and get you. Stitching one is needlework. Yes, it is. So that is one you're going to sew. If you are in the Doodlebug dish, Diane, I know yesterday Debbie posted that Spellbinder's joy die that she did, and it had like the joy, and then you had to stitch like where the flowers and things like that were. So if you're in the Doodlebug dish, check that one out, and that'll kind of give you an idea of what they do with their stitching dies. They're really, really cool. So they use like thread or, and of course embroidery floss that you can take some of the threads down, things like that. So it's really, really pretty. And like I said, she did that die just yesterday because we special ordered it. It just came in, and she already whipped up a sample, of course. So okay, everybody. Well, I think that's all that I've got for you today, because we're going to be closing soon, so I can hit the road. So again, if you just joined in and you are local, I am closing at 5 tonight, so I can get down to the southern part of the state and attend a Crafty Sisters funeral. So want to be able to make sure I get there, and not like, last person in the room while they're waiting to go home, because after a long day, you're exhausted. You think they also use a thin yarn? Yes, you can also use a thin yarn, I'm sure, as well too, and that would probably make it, really kind of cool and fluffy looking. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for popping in and hanging out with me for a little bit. I'm sorry, guess my voice is about done. If you are just popping on now, be sure and catch me on the replay. But otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow with more fun stuff and Olo markers for sure, and hopefully a little more finalized detail on those advent calendars. But again, like I said, just so you know, I am getting them. So just, if you see other stores, you support whoever you want to support, but know that Hannah is getting them. In case you're like, well, I haven't seen anything, maybe she's not. I am getting them. I promise I will get that out tomorrow for you. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Have a great evening, and I will see you soon. Bye.